B-E-N-C-H, B-E-N-C-H, oh, where did our bench go? Oh.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Puckett, and I'm on a crusade to get the park bench put back here at the Eagle Boat Launch at Farragut State Park. About a year and a half ago, I was down here and came to sit on my bench that I've been sitting on for about 25 years or more, and I noticed it was gone. So I contacted the park manager, Randall Boot, and I asked him when he was going to replace the bench and put it back. That's when he told me that he wasn't going to do it. I really miss the bench, and I don't understand really why it's not here. Harvey, what do you think about the bench being gone?
I think this is just arrogance on the part of the park. I think the bench has been here for more years than I care to count, and if people want to sit down now, they have to sit on the rocks that are here. What's wrong with the bench? It's silly. It's just foolishness on their part. There ought to be a bench. One bench for all for the bench.
Andy, why is the bench important to you?
We have a gorgeous view here. Why shouldn't people be able to sit and enjoy it without having to sit on? I'm sorry, I'm 62 years old. I don't want to get down on the ground. I can do it, but I can't get up.
Okay, Ken, how do you feel? What do you feel about the bench?
I wish the bench was here. When I launch my boat, I always ask the guests to go over and sit on the bench so that they stay out of the way while we get the boat into the water. It works wonderfully.
Well, I am 78 years old, so it really is important to me. And this is a beautiful view, and the bench should be here. And why it was taken away is beyond me. It needs to be back.
Tell us why you're disappointed the bench is gone.
Well, we've been coming over here for years, taking our walks, and we used to love to come down here and sit here by the water. And my wife actually used to do her exercise on the bench as well, you know, doing her stretches and stuff.
Wow.
And when we noticed it was missing, we were very upset about it, and we just never knew why they took it away. So we're kind of hoping that we can get a new one put back in again.
I'm an elderly lady, and it's just nice to sit here and bask in the sun and look at the beauty of the mountains, look at the water, and there's no other place that enchants me like this place.
What do you think about the bench being gone?
I'm disappointed that we don't have a bench at the locale here on Idlewild Bay anymore, because Robin and I used to come over here quite often and sit and contemplate our navels.
All right, what do you think about the bench being gone?
Oh, this is the most frustrating thing that we have gone through here. Having lived here for 25 years in Bayview, I walk in Farragut all the time with my dogs, and to come down here and find it gone is just unbelievable. And then to hear that, no, they're not going to replace it because it's a safety issue, and they would rather we sit on the rocks where we could fall off into the line of the boat passages, and they thought that would be safer. Doesn't make much sense to me. Replacing the bench at the so-called Willow is a long ways for someone to walk from the boat launch to sit and watch. It needs to be replaced down here. You know, when the public and when the community of Bayview has volunteered their time, their money to replace this bench, and he still refuses, there's something wrong.
Hey, Skip, can you tell me why you're disappointed that the bench isn't here?
Yeah, because it's been there for years, and we had somebody here from the State Department that said there's plenty of room for a bench, and the reasons for not having a bench are useless. Plus, some people come down, they want to just be at the lake and sit by the water, not up on the top of the hill. And like I've also come over here with my boat and had my grandkids in here, and they like to sit on the bench and go gather rocks and enjoy the lake. So I'm very disappointed, and there's plenty of room for a bench. They're being obstinate.
I don't know if I like the
What do you think about the bench being gone?
I don't understand when you have this whole expanse of beach that a 6-foot bench can cause that much problem. We boat regularly, and there's never ever that many people here that would cause a congestion problem. And the fact that we offered to pay for the bench to replace it should be, they can't claim that it's finances. So bring us our bench back. We need it.
Margaret, what do you think about the bench being taken away?
What I like about the bench is if you're walking on the trail and you come off the trail and you're carrying something, it's kind of nice to see that bench. You can sit down and rest for a little while because I love the trail along the water. And that's what I remember always seeing that bench saying, wow, I can sit and rest for a while.
And I'm just absolutely amazed that so many people turned out. This is wonderful. It's such a good cause. Bless you.
Say, is there anything about, how do you feel about the bench being removed?
Oh, I think it's crappy. It's ridiculous.
Get out. But what do you think about the bench being taken away?
I have a lot to say about the bench being taken away. It is absurd, totally absurd, to claim it is a safety issue as to why there is not a park bench.
My story is this. When the bench was in place, I sat on that bench with my elderly father when he was alive. I've sat on the bench with my children, my husband, my friends. One day we were walking along the shoreline and my father's knee was bothering him so bad that we had to turn back and we rested on that bench. Now apparently he thinks it's safer for people to sit along here, but I say, what about the person with crutches who is not able to contort their body to sit on a rock? What about the couple that I saw sitting on that bench? The wife was recovering from cancer. She couldn't walk through the park, she couldn't go out on the boat, but she wanted to sit by the lake and enjoy the view. What about the mother with small children sitting right here and infants? That's not safe. And what about just enjoying the view? That bench was the most inviting bench to me of any bench in this park. There is no other view at any bench in this park that is like this one. And what it does is it just invites you in this busy world to sit by the lake and look at the sky.
What do you think about the bench being taken away?
Well, I'm really disappointed because my husband and I used to walk down here all the time, and this was a good place to rest and look at the mountains. And I'm really disappointed that it's gone. And I'm surprised because I didn't know it was gone.
Thank you. Hi, Ski. Can you tell me what you think about the bench being taken away?
I myself think it's absurd. The fact that this bench was here for so long and people enjoy watching the boat operations, which are fun to anybody, it's just plain ludicrous to take the bench away, and we want it back.
You want to make it more inviting to people, make it more available to people. I feel like taking the bench away was a wrong thing to do because I live here, I'm down here utilizing the facilities all the time, and it needs to be more presentable to the public. They just keep taking away more and more and more of our amenities.
So ladies and gents, use common sense and listen to our plea today. No need to feud and fuss, just return our bench to us and we can all be on our way.
And thank you for all the work you've done on this too. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you. No.
Keep going, yeah. Keep going.